Hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously myself, Stoomboy as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So talking about Grapple Fest 11. Grapple Fest 11 going to be Saturday the 26th of February. It's going to be at the usual place, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now doors open, I believe around about 3ish, so 3:30. First fight kicks off around about 4 o'clock. Grapple Fest, as I mentioned, they are very, very punctual. So the fight should kick off at 4 o'clock on the dot. So make sure you're in there, you've got your space, and you're ready to watch the action. Now, tickets for this event, is completely sold out. So the tickets sold out with 6 weeks to go, which is absolutely awesome. And so the only place you're going to be able to see it is Flow Grappling. Now, I can't stress enough, guys, if you are going on Flow Grappling and you are choosing it just for this event, make sure you choose the monthly options. It does default to a yearly subscription, so you do need to choose the monthly options. If you do not, then unfortunately it will charge you 100, I think it's about 114, 117 pounds. So make sure you choose the monthly options. Now, it's going to be Daisy Fresh versus Europe. So Daisy Fresh bringing over a team of absolute savages to come over and take on some of the best that we have here in the UK and obviously Europe as well. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So now we talked about the name Amadeusz Arczewski. All right, so I hope that's right. I hope that's right. So Amadeusz comes out of Game Fight in Wrexham. So Game Fight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Wrexham. Obviously coming out of an absolute fantastic team. One of my good friends there, Gareth White, and obviously his son Liam as well. So Amadeusz is going to be up against Andrew Hardwick on the night. So promises to be another fantastic match. I've watched some footage of Amadeusz online, so Amadeusz is absolutely awesome to watch. Great grappler, as I said. So we're going to be looking forward to this one, Amadeusz. So absolute pleasure to have you on, Amadeusz. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Good. I'm very well, sir. I'm very well. So, so what about you then? So obviously now that we are officially back fully training, this is going to be our first full year back in a couple of years. How's everything going with you then, training wise?
It's gone absolutely fine. My all injuries has been healed. I train full blast, roughly about 10 sessions a week. Focusing on drilling, different areas when I had lower defects, multiple attacks, defenses, chains. So my coach Gas is a perfect strategist.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, so I'm leaving everything in his hands. And obviously it's going really well.
Yeah.
We travel in to open mats. So we've been in Next Gen Wirral last weekend. This weekend we're gonna be focusing on drilling because I have assignments coming in on Monday in my uni.
Yeah.
So I need to focus on my assignments as well. But it's
Yeah.
nothing that's gonna disturb my preparations, in the longer time period.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously, we mentioned Gareth. Obviously, Gareth, a good friend of mine. As I said, I've known Gareth. Obviously, me and him, we kind of see each other at different comps. We're similar ages, me and Gareth. So we're like the old men of jiu-jitsu. So we talk all old men stuff. So,
Yeah.
but he's absolutely awesome, as I said. Obviously, being under Gareth as well. So, and you mentioned there, Gareth's a very good strategist. So he thinks about everything, and he can break down obviously opponents and stuff like that. So it's good to have somebody like Gareth in your corner then.
Yeah, exactly. I do remember I came back to competitions, roughly around, I think, July.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think July that was. And the gas literally been breaking down. Because, we're going to the competitions, know who you're going to be fighting with. So
Yeah,
me and Gas, we've been going through different scenarios. And we obviously been trying just to make me feel comfortable there in the competitions, just being calm and just impose my game. and during the competitions, because he exactly know the way I am. We are good friends. We know each other for a couple of years, and
Yeah.
we spend a lot of time together as well. So in the competition times, when the competition comes, when I'm there on the mat, when I'm waiting for my opponent, like 2-3 hours waiting, for a fight,
Yeah.
he has to literally just tell me what I need to do, and just he leaves me alone, because
Yeah.
he knows me well. He knows I like to be in my zone,
Yeah.
like somewhat like a few minutes before the fight coming. So we've been very successful.
Hmm.
Last year we won literally every single comps we were in. Been in All Stars. We've been on Empire. We
Yeah.
got a super fight, which was one of my first super fights in grappling.
Hmm.
So yeah, we've been. It's his mindset, his approach to me as a friend, as a competitor, as a grappler. It's just he showed me just different ways of grappling.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
changed. He literally changed me all game. So yeah, I'm really really lucky to have somebody like him on my side.
Definitely. Awesome guy, Gareth. Absolutely love it. Every time me and Gareth, we see each other at competitions. So always love chatting with him. And obviously his son as well, getting to see his son out there doing his thing as well. So absolutely awesome. So we've got a few comments coming in. You're quite popular, Amadeus. So
Am I?
we've got, yeah. So we've got Leon Braisdale just saying, hey.
Yes.
Um, we've got Ryan Roberts, the chieftain. So um, we have Beard Chap just saying A with obviously some hammers there. Um, Victoria, is it? Now my pronunciation's horrible.
That's
So
my girlfriend. That.
yeah, so Victoria saying obviously the hammers again. Lee Davis as well saying hey, coming in with a hammer as well. So obviously quite popular. Obviously everybody coming on just to say hello to you. So
Do you know
uh,
what? It's awesome. It's awesome to see that. They are all my teammates. Leon Braisler is my regular training partner. So, like if we creating like my well our team, we are like a family there,
yeah,
and we always support each other wherever we're coming in, whether it's a private life or someone needs help in the competition preparing. So
yeah.
they are always with me, and I do appreciate. Thank you guys for being there with me, and it's just nothing better than see this really, especially like when I'm going, when dropping, well, throwing myself into the big scene of
Yeah.
grappling. It's nice to have, uh, you know, the closest friends behind my back.
Definitely. Also, Lee coming in saying Flaco Hernandez or
Yeah,
Hernandez. So Lee coming in with that comment as well. So, so what about you then? So Grapple Fest 11, obviously big stage. Obviously, it's going to be on Flow Grappling. It's going to be all around the world. Obviously, people are going to get to see you. Lots of people are going to get to see you. Obviously, the crowd itself, having a full crowd, obviously a sold out crowd. How did you find out then that you were going to be on Grapple Fest?
that was I think like I was quite surprised. I've got myself. It's not like I'm putting myself down, but I'm not thinking about myself like, oh, I'm the greatest grappler, so I deserve my place anywhere.
Yeah,
Um, I transitioned. Well, I always been competing in grappling back in Poland. Even if I was fighting in MMA, I always been doing comps. I was doing a lot of comps, but like I never had any super fights. So my last super fight was last year,
mhm,
and managed to win it by TP choke,
mhm,
second times in a row. Before that, and then last comp on Empire had it as well. So it's
yeah,
like my signature move. But going back to Grapple Fest, I've seen an announcement. Then I think they were recruiting for a Premier card.
yeah,
So I've discussed it with Garrett. So Garrett say I'm ready. He told me he always been telling me the aim is to get me to the biggest, seeing me and Liam and the guys who want to compete.
yeah,
So obviously, we were on that level when we can, successfully go for that kind of, for a big show like this.
yeah,
So I asked him, should I apply? He told me yes. just send your details through. So when I see that announcement, I send my details through. I think like most of the guys who are applying by themselves, I receive like notification, to put the weight I was going to be fighting on, the rank and everything. So I put all my details in. I send the link to my last super fight, and I just been waiting, and I've seen an announcement. I think seen on the story of Grapple Fest, there was about like few hundreds of applications there, and I was like, okay, we'll see. And I received the message with the opponent's name, and like I don't think I was like roughly a couple of, I think around a week after I put my application on.
Yeah.
And there was Andrew Hardwick on 90 kilos. So on that time I wasn't even thinking who I'm going to be against, because for me it's I'm very proud to be on that show. I'm very happy. I'm very grateful for Chris for having me. So I just when I read my opponent, I just say I'm in. Whoever that will be, I'm just say I am in. So so we managed. He just told me, oh, just wait, I'm gonna go back to him then. So he going back to Hardwick, and my opponent accept. I think he just accept the match. So we obviously got a match together, and I'm very happy. We both agreed, and literally that's how it was.
Yeah. And that's the good thing. I mean, this is what I love about Grapple Fest is, like, obviously for you guys going out grappling, some people didn't even know who their opponent was and accepted the fight anyway. So, which was absolutely awesome. And that's the thing. I mean, there was like no messing about with you guys. It was a case of, you're going to be on Grapple Fest. Here's your opponent. That's fine. I'll fight regardless of opponents and stuff like that. So as long as they're both the same weight, then yeah, you guys are ready to go at any moment. As I said, we spoke to one person, I think it was a couple of days ago, and they said they got the message and they accepted the fight. And Chris said, "Do you want to know who your opponent is?" And that, no, that's fine. I don't worry. Just make sure somebody's there on the night. So you guys are awesome. I mean, you guys are absolutely awesome. And being Grapple Fest, as you know, Grapple Fest is probably the #1 submission only competition, not just in the UK, but probably Europe as well. So it's a big show, big show. But I mean, you're ready to go on it. As I said, I know obviously like with Gareth and stuff like that. I mean, you're 100% ready to go. So I'm looking forward to your fight.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, with your opponents, I never turned down any fight really. Like unless I was healthy. I was healthy to go. I haven't got any injuries. Even if I had some injuries, if they allow me to go there and still, so I'll be able to bring my best performance in. I always try to go in, and I never turned down any fight. So back in MMA, I used to fight with many different opponents. I was always thrown in the deep water, and I never I always try to go there and give my best. So literally anybody who's coming in for either that's this grappling scene or MMA scene or any other competitions or fights, just respects for these guys. Because it's a tough sport. It's a tough piece of bread, especially competing, in the best European show. It's just being there, being on the mats, being around the crowd, around the people there, showcasing your skills worldwide. Really, it's the best. It's the best what we can do, and it's absolute pleasure. And as I said, massive respect for everybody who's coming in for who's competing. It's not an easy thing. So if we all train hard. Most of us just sacrificing a lot in our private lives and or else in sport lives, to get there and just enjoy it. Just showcase our skills. So it's massive respect again.
Yeah. And the big thing as well, I always say this to people, obviously you're going out there for yourself, but obviously your team as well, Game Fight Wrexham, Game Fight BJJ. So obviously representing Game Fight on one of the biggest stages as well. So obviously your team, wherever you go, your team's with you and so on. So Game Fight Wrexham will definitely be represented on the night as well. So, and then we've got a few other comments coming in as well. I say you're very popular, Amadeus. So Christoph just saying, let's go, Ama. So Beard Chap again saying Ama and Game Fight North Wales are here to take over. Obviously got a couple of hammers there again from Sean Parry. And then Juan Manuel Sanchez just saying, let's go, Beast. So very popular, Amadeus. So a lot of people wanting you to go out there and do your thing. So, and then what about you? So 2022 is going to be our year. I mean, obviously 2020 we didn't have much grappling. We had a couple of months, and then obviously COVID hit, lockdown came. 2021 was very similar. We had the tail end of last year, so the last part of last year. So this year is going to be our first full year back. So this is the year of grappling. So what do we expect to see from you? Obviously, Grapple Fest is going to be one of your main focuses. So what do we see from you for the rest of the year, Amadeus?
I looking to compete every month, literally every month. So because of Grapple Fest, of importance of staying healthy, staying, in a good state to perform on that show. I said I'm not gonna be competing until Grapple Fest. So because I just don't want any injuries. I don't want any obstacles on the way. I just focusing on 100% on Grapple Fest. So Grapple Fest on Feb. Then in March, I think there's some competitions in Scotland. I think I just have to double check it. I'm not sure, but I just want to put on the competing every month. So wherever they're gonna be like things like Empire or All Stars and everything, I just want to compete every month, unless I will be given other opportunities with super fights. So I'll try to stay as active as possible because I just want still to gain more experience, being just a better grappler. For me, I always is to be a better grappler. I doesn't leave that to the result. It doesn't say nothing whether you win or lose. It's for you to have like a feedback and just to become a better grappler after fights or after competitions. So if I will be able to match my skills against as many people as I can this year, I will be very happy because my level just gonna skyrocket.
Yeah. I'd say it's going to be a good year for everybody and grappling especially because I'd say this is the year we're going to have a full year. We've not had that. That's 2 years we've been kind of held back from grappling. So definitely buzzing to absolutely see what's going to happen this year. So now got another question coming in. I don't know if it's a question for you or me, but yeah, Mark Davis. What's up, guys? Just moved from Scotland to Essex with my wife, looking for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym. Any ideas? I think Wrexham's a bit of a distance away from Essex.
It's far away.
Yeah, best place to look, Mark. Best place would be the UK BJJ Underground. So obviously go on Facebook, UK BJJ Underground, and put it in there. What will happen is they'll come up with a list of gyms, usually the best gyms. There's obviously some really good gyms down there, so they'll be able to point you in the right direction of obviously some good coaches and stuff like that as well. So, and then obviously Declan Hughes coming in again with some hammers there. So again, people obviously 100% behind you, Amadeus. So now, final thing for you then. So obviously you've been in the game for a number of years. So anybody you want to shout out to, so friends, family members, teammates, things like that.
Yes, well, I'm truly amazed, how many people backing me up. I don't know, like it's hard to say. Like I'm not pretending to be like the best in the world, and everything. But like I always, when I train with people, I'm just trying to always help to improve them as well. I'm not thinking always about myself. When I roll, and I just depends what I'm rolling with. I always trying to help these guys being better. So much of love for them all. I'm really grateful for the support. I'm really grateful for these comments in chat. It makes me feel better when I seen it. Like, and especially that support before the biggest shows. It's always a massive appreciation for the people who support their fighters. Even though it's a grappling. It's not MMA. It's grappling. So it's maybe like less face smashing, unless you go for combat jiu-jitsu, you get all the slaps in. But it's still like it's still the pressure, so it's always massive appreciation for the people who have been their fighters again. And I'm very happy to have these people on my side, and I probably I wouldn't be nowhere near without them, without Gas and all my team and friends who support me. So very happy. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, they're still coming in. Beard Chap just saying, Ama, do you smash? So
I always smash. I always smash. No, I'm not saying I know regardless my opponent is I think he was fighting on Grapple Fest before, so he has experience behind him. He's from the good gym. I always hoping we're gonna deliver a good scramble for people. We're gonna be healthy after comes. We're gonna shake hands and everywhere. So me and him gonna be carry on. We're doing what we're doing later, regardless of the outcome of the fight. So I never be disrespectful for the opponents, but the smash is the thing to go for me. And if I go there, I obviously when we step in the mats, I will always go for smash.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, Amadeus. Looking forward to obviously your matchup. As I said, really looking forward to it. So guys, listen, Grapple Fest 11, Saturday the 26th of February, going to be Amadeus Arczewski against Andrew Hardwick. Now, make sure you get on Flow Grappling because all tickets are sold out. Make sure you choose the monthly option. And promises to be a great night. Daisy Fresh versus Europe. So going to be some absolute top grappling matches. Straight from the very first fight in the prelims all the way through to the main event on the main card. So yeah, make sure you guys are there and watching. So listen, Amadeus, absolute pleasure to speak to you, brother.
Thank you, and you. Thank you for having me today.
Not a problem. Listen, I'll be at the event on the night, so obviously I'll get a catch up with you. Is Gareth going to make it on the night?
Yes, you're going to be in my corner.
Nice one. So tell him I said hello, and obviously I'll get a catch up with you guys next month then, buddy. All right?
Sure, will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you for that.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.